G'day all. Today I'd like to speak to you guys in regards to how I made my own sliders, abrasive pad for my Powerslide towel boots. Okay, this is it here. The Powerslide towel inline boots is a carbon fiber boot. You can see the carbon fiber exposed at the back here, and it's leather on the side and leather on top. Now typically with these boots, you can see sliders abrasive pad on the outside of the boot attached by 2 screws. However, on the other side there just wasn't anything on here. Now I acquired these boots secondhand. When I got them, it was pretty much looking brand new. I've used them a little bit now, so it's got a bit more scrapes here and there. But when I got them, I noticed that there was quite a bit of paint missing from here, much more on the side here, and it was from here to here. So it was around about almost 2 inches in length. And I thought, I decided to do a little research, and I came across this video on YouTube in regards to a gentleman who owns both the Powerslide towel boots and Powerslide Evo. They're both quite similar in that they're both carbon fiber boots, and the outside was leather on the side and leather on top. Now he's only owned the Evos for a little bit, and in the 2 to 3 months use, he's got some wear and tear on this particular part, which is where the inside of the ball of the foot which protrudes a bit. And on the Evo, his wear and tear was quite significant. He's had it for 2 years, and the leather was worn all the way, and you could see the carbon fiber exposed. Now if he doesn't do anything about that, he'll probably end up with an extra ventilation hole. I certainly don't want that for my boots, so I decided to go ahead and add my own sliders. Now I've thought about buying a pair of these, an extra pair of these, and putting it on the inside here, but to do that I would have to add 2 holes to attach it on here. And this here adds quite a bit of bulk, where this is probably half the thickness. So what I decided to do was, since I've worked with leather in the past, I decided to use this. So that there is actually this. This is brown, this is black, this is how I did it. So I've used this piece of leather, I've cut the desired shape ×2, 1 for each boot. And what I did was, I had this laying around, Angela's leather dye in black. I've hit this with the leather dye, soaked it right in, hit it with a heat gun to dry it, and then after that I've used this stuff, Sikabon 105 contact fix. It's made by Sika. I'm in Australia, this is what's available to me. So if you're in the US, you might want to try Barge. The reason why I say that is because I've looked up a number of forums and watched a number of videos in regards to leatherworks, and the name Barge keeps coming up again and again, and I only hear good things about them. Now this stuff can be quite hazardous to your health. It contains toluene, which is bad for your respiratory system. So if you're going to work with this stuff, it has a very strong smell, and you should be working in a well ventilated area, or if you can, work outdoors with it. Now the leather, one side smooth, the other side's rough. I've put the Sikabon 105 on the rough surface, right? I've added 1 layer of that, thin layer, and it soaked it right in. So I hit it with a heat gun to let it dry, to get it dry, and then I added another layer where some of it got soaked up and more of it sat on top, and that's what you want. You don't want too much sitting on top, but you don't want it to be all soaked through that there's nothing on top of it to adhere to the other surface. So do that. If it takes 2 layers, go for it. Okay, now on the white leather part, I only had to add 1 layer of the Sigabond 105, and that was fine. I hit both surfaces with a heat gun to allow it to speed up the process of drying, and I got it to basically touch dry where it's just a little bit tacky, and then I've pressed the leather onto the boot, press it with my hands, with a bit of pressure, just for a little bit, okay, to basically conform to the contours of the boot, right? And then I let that cure for 24 hours. Now, the next day, what I did was, that's fine the way it is actually. It was fine the way it is. However, as you can see in my boot here, you can see this is a shiny surface. I know that's a little bit dull here. This is where it has met the ground a few times, but the reason why this is shiny like this is because I decided to add this stuff. Countertop epoxy. I mean, this was just something additional that I did, not necessary at all. Just raw leather would have been just fine, but I thought I experimented. I had these laying around. I acquired these very, very cheaply on Facebook Marketplace. It was 5 liters of each for $10. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use a bit of it. It was a 50-50 mix, and then I basically started layering on leather. First of all, before I did that, I put masking tape on the outer bit here, so that if any part just happens to drip over, it wasn't going to muck up the leather, damage the leather at all. So once I brushed on the epoxy, it pretty much soaked it right through. It basically impregnated the leather with the epoxy, and I added a little bit more until I had a little bit sitting on top, and when it dried, it gave me this shiny surface. Looks pretty neat. I like it. Now, this here is a permanent fixture, and that's how I wanted it. So if you're still thinking about it and in 2 minds about it, don't do it. But if you're thinking, oh yep, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, I guess this is good stuff. Leather, additional leather piece here, it's gonna protect the boot, and in my case, once this wears down, if I wanted to add a little bit more, or if the leather wears right down, or if it doesn't, I wanted to sand it a little bit and then just add another piece. Or if I wanted to, I guess I could just add a little bit more epoxy on top. But that's it. That's how I did it. Now, if you guys have any comments or any question in regards to what I did, please comment down below. I'll try to answer them as much as as soon as I can. And if you've got any input in regards to if you think I've missed anything, please comment down below in regards to what it is. And if if you like the video, please press the like button. If you dislike it, press that and give me a reason why you dislike it, so I could improve it for improve certain things for the next video. And please, if you like to subscribe, please do so. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.